The 49ers look to improve to 6-4, and they can do it right here if they stick to the keys to victory. What's going on, 49er faithful? It's your boy, the WayneBreezie. We touching down one time. Welcome to Keys to Victory. Listen, on Keys to Victory, we go through 5 steps, 5 keys that the San Francisco 49ers must adhere to in order to secure the victory. And this week, they got the Seattle Seahawks coming into town. Don't forget to check out our sponsors over at residency.com. That's www.residency.com. Use the promo code SFBreezie. You can save on your total purchase. And they got that official sale going on right now, 40% off. So you can take advantage of that. Plus, use the promo code. Check them out. And you can read the article on 49ers Web Zone. So make sure if you like to read, give that a check out as well. www.49erswebzone.com. All right, here's my keys to victory. They're scrolling down there at the bottom of the screen. And we'll go ahead and get to the keys, baby. All right, and listen, every week, I know people might be like, well, Breezie, what do you say? You say the same thing every week. I mean, listen, it's simple, man. You got to keep it simple, stupid, at this point. There's some things that you just got to continue to do. And if I got to keep saying them, that means we not doing them. All right, we're not doing them. All right, let's get to number one. Number one, they got to stop the run. I think first and foremost, this is going to be, for me, I want the 49ers to come out there with that aggressive defensive mindset. I want the defense to take control. This is the first time I say I want the defense. Yeah, I want to see the offense put up points and whatever. I want to see the defense take control and get the best of the Seattle Seahawks. Nothing like getting one of those good old smack in the face ass whippings. You know what I'm saying? Just laying the smack down on their candy asses. I want to see the defense come out and do that. But listen, they got to find a way to stop the run. Now look, Kenneth Walker III as well as Zach Charbonnet is going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball. The plan is to come out and run the ball. I understand that they're not great and they rank 27th in rushing average yards per game. It doesn't matter. Their game plan is to come out and run the ball. And if they've been watching film, they know, okay, we might not be able to run early, but if we stick to the run, we'll get the best of the 49ers, especially in the fourth quarter. So I need that fourth quarter run defense to show up like they do in the first, second, and third quarter of the game. They held Tampa Bay to like 35 to 40 yards in the first 3 quarters of last week's game. And next thing you know, they ended up with 10 yards on the ground to close out the game in that fourth quarter. So I need the 49ers run defense to step up and do what they normally do, and I expect them to do that. They're going to get some pieces back. Hopefully, Yetur Gross-Matos is going to be out there playing, out there on the edge. He's been practicing all week. I like what we got with the interior guys and Malik Collins, Jordan Elliott, some of the new pieces. So we'll see what happens, but the 49ers definitely got to figure out a way to take away the run, baby. And next, they got to limit the explosives. A lot of these keys are going to be defensive-based. All right, limit the explosives. They got to not allow the Seattle Seahawks to get off on them. Pause. But those explosive plays, you know, those plays that go boom. I'll talk about the big throws down the field. I'll talk about the quick throws and mismatches. Just like last time we played, it was DK Metcalf, and next thing you know, our linebacker had to cover him, the Devondre Campbell. He was the one that had to cover him. I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? So I need those explosive plays to be limited in the passing game as well as on the ground. They gave up over 4 explosive plays on the ground last week, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't expect the Niners to give up more than 3 to 4 explosive runs over 10 yards, but they got to find a way to limit the explosive plays. Explosive plays gives the Seattle Seahawks the opportunity to get to the red zone, possibly get one of those explosive plays in for touchdowns. We just want to limit the explosives. I say limit the explosives. The 49ers will be good to go. Number 3, they have to contain the edge. I hate that I have to say this against Geno Old Man Smith, but for some reason, this dude has over 93 yards. He almost has 200 yards rushing on 37 attempts. He's averaging thought he's averaging a good penny, 5.4 yards a carry. I say find a way to contain him. He's going to run. You got to remember, this is a must-win game for the Seattle Seahawks. They do not want to lose another game in the division. They want to come out here and win. They want to snap their 0-2 losing streak. And so the Seattle Seahawks are going to come out and they're going to look to run the ball. And if they can't run it with their running backs, expect Geno Smith to get some of those runs off. So the 49ers defensive edges have to contain. They have to be disciplined playing those lanes. Don't allow Geno Smith to get outside the pocket. Don't allow him to cut back up in the middle of the field. Linebackers got to play their roles. It's going to be a crazy game if Geno Smith is rushing for Seattle Seahawks first downs. He is responsible for 12 of their first downs as well. So I would say make sure you put the check mark on Geno Smith and make sure you contain outside the edges. Pressures are going to get there, but just don't over pursue him and allow him to run around you out there on the edges. Contain would be my number 3. Number 4, as we keep it moving, I call this the run force. I was watching G-Force the other day. If you guys don't know what that is, check out the Disney movie. I think it's Disney G-Force. I was watching it with my son. I say, son, you're going to watch this movie because it was fun and it was cute when I grew up watching it, and I want you to watch it. He said, okay, Dad. So we watched the movie. G-Force fell in love with the gerbils. That's what the G stands for. Well, I need the 49ers force of the run to be ready to attack this Seattle Seahawks defense. They aren't ranked high in running as well. They are actually ranked 26th against the run. They give up rushing yards. They don't have the linebackers. They don't have those athletic guys that can stop the run. They got a guy up front. I'm going to say they got a guy up front. Don't run it up front. Just run it around to the sides. Get the outside zone going. 49ers got to find a way to run the ball laterally. Deebo Samuel expects some runs. I would like to see this time a Jacob Cowing jet sweep. We know what Ricky Pearsall looks like, but they have not seen Jacob Cowing since the preseason. This may be a good time for Kyle Shanahan to pull that out. Brock Purdy's going to get a run or two off of a scramble play for sure, but I need the 49ers run force. Yes, run force to rush and attack. That would be my number 4. And last and certainly not least, number 5, it's simple. It's finding the rhythm. And you know what? It starts with Brock Purdy. It starts with Brock Purdy getting into a rhythm early. It's pivotal to the game. If Brock Purdy is in a rhythm early and that dude is locked in, this offense will move like clockwork. Tick, 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 tick. I'm talking clockwork. And that is something that the San Francisco 49ers need right about now, especially against a divisional team in the NFC West. They need their offense to be moving like clockwork. If Brock Purdy is good and he's got his head on straight and he's not overthinking or second guessing himself and he's out there moving and grooving and dancing like he's James Brown, Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense will be hard to stop. I don't think Seattle Seahawks has a good enough defense for this particular type of high-powered offense. The question is, will we get the high-powered offense? Christian McCaffrey will be back. Expect the check downs. Expect the quick throws to Ricky Pearsall. Expect the throws over the middle to Kittle. Expect the throws over the middle to Deebo. Expect the throws down the field to Juwan Jennings. Congratulations, Mr. X. I think the 49ers rhythm will establish how the offense determines this game. If the 49ers get into a rhythm early, it's on like Donkey Kong, baby. Guys, man, these are your keys to victory for the San Francisco 49ers, going backwards from 5-4. Rhythm. All right, we got the rhythm. We got the run force. We got contain. We got limit the explosive. And last and certainly not least, which is the first one off the top of the bat, stop the run. Put an end to it, baby. It's your boy, the WayneBreezie. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Do me an extra favor and take this link and share it with all of your 49er faithfuls. If you're in groups, share it in your groups. If you're at home, share it at home. If you're in church, watch it in church. Whatever you got to do, share this joint, man. Help your boy Breezie out. Love y'all. Stay up. Keep it faithful to the Bay. We out this